So what is a shamisen?
This is a shamisen!
This. It is an instrument with a long history and a beautiful sound. So what is a shamisen? That is what we're talking about today. I am so excited. It's not even Tokyo Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about the shamisen. In particular, the Tsugaru shamisen. This instrument that drives my life, my videos, my quest for personal betterment. So let's take just a second to talk about a brief history of the shamisen. Alright, you know what? I think I can make this section a lot easier, but to do so, I'm gonna need help. So I have come out to Kiko, which is a shamisen restaurant in Asakusa. And I'm gonna get the proprietor of this restaurant to help us out with this. Now that we're here at Kiko, let's take a second to talk about the shamisen itself. So outside of the shamisen goes Kiki that I feature on Shamisen in Tokyo. One of the best shamisen players that I know here in Asakusa or even here in Japan is the gentleman who's about to help us out. His name is Fukui Kodai and he owns and runs this restaurant called Kiko in Asakusa. Today he's going to help me explain a little bit to you guys about the history of the shamisen and the difference between different shamisen styles. Let's get started. Well, let me start by introducing our host for today. This is Fukui Kodai.
Nice to meet you. How are you? My name is Kodai Fukui. Please call me Kodai. This is my restaurant. Restaurant name is Kiko. Kiko is very traditional restaurant.
Kiko here is honestly one of the best restaurants you can come to in Asakusa, but what I want to do is jump right into talking about the history of the shamisen. The shamisen originated from China, where it was a very, very different instrument. Its first form took form, if you will, when it came into Japan through Okinawa. It became something called the sanshin. Now the sanshin is a much smaller instrument and it is covered in snake skin, and it is also played with finger picks rather than abachi. The sound of the Okinawa sanshin is very light and energetic.
Okinawa style.
This is Okinawa style. That is the type of music that is played on an Okinawa sanshin. Then, as history moved forward, Japan started to adopt the shamisen a little more and more and more, and it became the mainstream instrument for performers like the geisha. As it entered into Kyoto, it took the size of two different shamisen, a smaller one that kind of looks like this, and a medium one size that looks like this. It was traditionally used by geisha performers, and the sound was much more slow and melodic, just like this.
Geisha style.
Now that is more geisha style, Kyoto style shamisen. As the shamisen started to crawl across Japan, it reached northern Japan. Now northern Japan is known for being a very cold area. Northern Japan has winter storms and snow squalls and all the like, and so the music took the form of representing this area and this atmosphere. The shamisen became much bigger and became the shamisen that you see in front of you here. This is called a Tsugaru shamisen. In order for the players to keep warm in the cold of winter, the style itself took a much heavier and more energetic feel. Playing the Tsugaru shamisen takes a great deal of energy, and it will definitely make you sweat. Let's stop talking about it and let's start listening to it.
Tsugaru style.
And that is Tsugaru shamisen. See, I totally could have showed this to you myself, but I knew that Kodai-san would be able to help me out with this. So that is a basic rundown on the history of the shamisen. So while we're here, let's make the best of our time and take a look at the parts of a shamisen and what makes it what it is. I'm going to explain them one by one in a super simple form. We're going to start right here. This area of the shamisen is called the itomaki, and these are used for tuning the shamisen. Now the shamisen does come out of tune rather easily, and it is not uncommon for a shamisen player to have to tune while playing. This is called the sao. It is the neck of the shamisen, and if you notice, there are no frets, only strings, so the player has to be able to feel each and every single note. Finally, we get down to the body of the shamisen here. It is skinned and has a bridge here called a koma. The big distinctive point to the shamisen is this right here, the bachi. Let me get a close-up on this particular bachi. The bachi is probably the most interesting and challenging part of being a shamisen player because how you hold it, first of all, holding it can be a challenge in and of its own, but the bachi also helps you create the different sounds of the shamisen, which I will show you next. Alright, that was definitely worth the trip out here. Now let's take a second to talk about how the shamisen is actually played. Alright, so in order to talk about how the shamisen is played, we are going to need a shamisen. I've got my shamisen here. You know what, before we start with that, I want to answer a question that I get quite often, which is, have you ever played the guitar? Yes, I've played the guitar. I have a guitar. I rarely play it anymore, but this is my guitar here. So yeah, I would say the largest key difference between the shamisen and any other instrument is this right here. Even after 6 years, my usage of this is still the one thing that is corrected the most. Professional players will say that they work on their bachi usage their entire shamisen career. This is used to not only create the sound, but also the rhythm. Let me show you guys some examples. So if I take a very simple phrase like the bachi can either A, turn that into something that has some strong rhythm to it and go, or it can turn it into something more like, and one of the things that makes the Tsugaru shamisen as unique as it is what Japanese call kyojaku. And it is that balance of the quiet and the loud that is built into every single song. Even the song that I play the most, which is Tsugaru Jongarabushi, has a lot of what is called kyojaku. You go loud, you go quiet. Let me show you guys this. Like that. Even throughout the song, different sections. Like for example, this here, which is called the kamashi, starts out really quiet and then builds up. Like that. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna put this away for now. Alright, and that's basically a simple rundown on the shamisen. If you have any questions, and I encourage questions, please leave them in the comments below. Sometime in the next week or two, I'm definitely going to be filming a Q&A regarding shamisen stuff, because I've been getting a couple questions about that. Leave it down there. I was trying to figure out a good way to end this video, and I figured the best way to end this video is going to be go back to a scene that I shot at the restaurant with Kodai-san, where he gives us a full-on performance of him playing his version of Tsugaru Chongarabushi. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys in a couple days.